You've made a couple of changes on the depth chart. Can you talk about the decision to bring Thurman in on the defensive end for Boudreau?
Yeah, we're just looking for more playmaking off the edge and try to be able to dent the pocket with not having to bring 5 or 6 guys. And at the end of the day, this game really just comes down to players making plays. And he had a good camp, and we'll like we've done in the past, we'll see early on in the season, give guys opportunities that we feel that have the ability to make plays.
Figueroa injured, Alford onto the roster, Young onto the roster. What are you hoping to get from those guys, and what are you hoping to get out of your offensive line given last week?
No, we need to control the line of scrimmage better. We didn't do that last week. We got dominated up front, really on both sides of the ball, and so another opportunity for other guys to come in and play and perform. And, that's a great opportunity for them.
Ellingson and Aprile off the roster, leaving you with only one extra wide receiver. Challenges on the injury front again?
Yeah, always. That's our history. So we don't make a big deal out of it. Another opportunity for guys to come in and play. And our expectations for all players, regardless of where they find themselves on the depth chart, is the same. And we're not gonna deviate from that viewpoint. And our players understand that.
Seems like overall your team has dealt with a lot of adversity and yet have handled it fairly well. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, those on the inside actually know a little bit better, like Drew. Yeah, we have a good group of guys, and I have a great staff. I mean, it's a real credit. And it's not just on our side, it's on the business side as well, and just a quality group of individuals throughout the organization that really adhere to tenets that I think are positive and really keep us focused on the main thing, and that's constant improvement, and to not let distraction seep in and vie for your attention and your affections, right? And stay focused on what you can control and what you can do to improve in the process for accomplishing that.
What do you expect out of Zach in week 2?
Just what I said, yeah, constant improvement. I mean, we need to protect him, and he's had an opportunity to play. I mean, he's a natural playmaker. He prepares really, really hard. He'll be ready to play. We've got to keep the pocket intact for him.
Tough way for you guys to have to start out the season. I mean, starting it out on the road and injuries and everything aside. Is I guess you guys looking for nowhere to go but up as the season goes on.
Well, we've played one game, so I don't know how deep we are in the hole. But I think I understand what you're saying.
Sorry, it's a terrible
question.
That's
okay. Hey, no, it wasn't a terrible question. I understand. Hey, we're tied for first, right?
Right, fair enough.
No, listen, I mean, we didn't play well, and last week. We understand that, and we'll play better this week.
It's never easy to start on the road. I mean, there are factors that lead into it, but I mean, you guys have.
Oh no, there are plenty of reasons.
Yeah,
our stadium's not ready. So. Luckily, we were able to get a bye after this week. One of our 2 byes to be able to split that up. Otherwise, it would have been 4 on the road. So, hey, it is what it is. I mean, every team has challenges. I mean, we're no different than other teams in the league. We just have to handle our challenges as everybody else does.
I know that this is looking ahead a little bit, but do you have any plans for the bye week at all at this stage? I know it comes early in the season, and it's kind of odd in that regard.
Go check on the stadium.
You going to pick up a hammer if that comes to that?
I might put on the hard hat. I might employ all of our players, too. We got to get in there. So, no, we'll the bye week will be good because we'll be able to reassess after 2 games where we're at with our personnel and what we're doing schematically. We have a lot of new faces, this year as well, just like last year at this time, and it gives us a chance to reassess what we're asking our players to do and to make sure as a coaching staff we're putting them in the best position possible to be successful. And you really can only find that outcome game time. You can't really figure that out in practice. You got to see them play in real games and then kind of regroup and retrench and focus in on the things that give us the best chance for success.
Chris Jones is only a week into his tenure as a head coach. What's your impression of his team and the job he's done so far?
Well, I mean, all I have to go by is their first game. They played really well, and he's a good coach. We've coached against him in the past, and they'll do a good job. They've got a lot of talent here. I mean, they had a lot of talent last year on this football club, so we expect them to be a very, very good football team.
When you were a first-year head coach, what were the challenges for you?
I'm trying to think back. Listen, I was able to inherit a fairly established football team. We made some changes. The challenges are always to get the players to believe, accept, and to buy into whatever it is your staff believes is the process for winning. And that may or may not have some differences with the previous staff. Typically it does. You have a new way of approaching things, and certainly new faces on the staff. So that's probably the biggest challenge. And belief is a finicky thing, right? And you got to have a staff that can help the players understand that they have the ability to help them perform and to develop as football players individually and then collectively as units on both sides of the ball.
Was there any aspect of that job, when you think back to your first year, that not that you weren't prepared for, but that you just couldn't have anticipated things that?
Well, there's plenty of things I wasn't prepared for. I made a lot of mistakes. But you learn quickly, and the best thing that you can do, for me, at least my philosophy is to get great people around me, and to hire coaches that are more talented than me and better than I am as a coach, and then to let them coach, and not to micromanage or to intervene in too many areas, and to give them an entrepreneurial environment that allows them to flourish as coaches and to get their players to buy into their leadership.